In this chapter, we will learn how to import data from a relational database management system using a driver named as RODBC. Access to database management systems. For an enterprise setup, R provides rich feature packages to access various formats of database management systems (DBMS) from traditional RDBMS to Big Data Hadoop by using ODBC interface. The Open Database Connectivity (ODBC) in short is Standard Programming Interface API for accessing database management systems. The benefit of using ODBC connection is that we can push commands and process our code in the database using data server resources instead of running in our instance. When working with large datasets, this helps to handle datasets that are larger than R's memory. One of the widely used ODBC compliant R packages is RODBC. The primary functions of the package includes ODBC connect, get info, SQL fetch, SQL query, SQL save, SQL drop, and so on. Let's understand each of them in detail. ODBC connect. ODBC connect opens a connect in R to an ODBC connected database. The parameters of the function includes DSN, that is the ODBC data source name, UID, PWD is the username and the password. Then ODBC getInfo gives the information of the current database. SQL fetch reads some or all the tables from an ODBC database into a data frame. SQL query submits queries into an ODBC connected database and returns the result. SQL save writes or updates a table in ODBC connected database. SQL drop to remove a table from ODBC connected database. And finally, ODBC close to close the channel. We will see how to perform all of these commands in our lab video. But before that, first we have to install the RODBC package. Then set the DSN, that is a data source name, in the ODBC. Go to the Systems Control panel, then select Administrative Tools. Next, select ODBC data source 64-bit. Click Add, then select either SQL Server or ODBC driver 11 for SQL Server. If you can't find any of them, I've already attached the installation file with this chapter. After this, provide your own data source name, DSN name, and the server name or the IP of the server. However, by default, list of all the available database servers connected with your system will be in the drop-down list. Then click Next, enter the credentials to log into the SQL Server. If the database login is set to Windows NT Authority System, that means the database uses the Windows credentials also as a login credentials. Then select with Integrated Windows Authentication and click Next. Select the default database from the SQL Server and click Next. Finally, click Finish to complete the ODBC setup and run Test Data Source to verify the SQL Server connectivity. Now, we are ready to connect and extract the data from SQL Server in R using ODBC. Let's open a connect to an ODBC database using ODBC Connect. Type ODBC Connect, then the DSN name that we just created, hit Enter. Our connection is saved in the My First Channel R object. To get information about the data type, ODBC getInfo My First Channel. To list all the available tables in the ODBC connected database, type SQL tables, the connection. Now, to load the data using SQL query, then the connection name my first channel, comma, the SQL query select star from student where test score 1 greater than 61. Done. We have successfully imported the data from a database to a R object named SQL_data. To view the data, just type view the R object name. To know more about the features of this package, we can always use the question mark help for the full documentation. Now, for other interfaces, we have similar R packages such as RMySQL for MySQL database, ROracle for Oracle database, RJDBC for a Java database connectivity, etc. But the techniques and the arguments of the packages are almost similar to each other. Next, another interesting way to extract data using World Wide Web, that is a web page.